Hello everyone, my Mama Money Budget here and welcome back to another cash stuffing video. If you are new here, welcome. I make budgeting, cash stuffing, and saving challenges video as well as saving for our emergency fund on a low income. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much and I appreciate you. So today we are going to put money into our variable expenses, revolving fund, and savings binder. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we are going to be stuffing a total of 5,000 pesos, which is from my husband's first paycheck for the month of April. So how's your budget looking for this month, guys? Our budget will be a little bit tight for this month because my husband just told me that he is not expecting to receive any commission income, or if any, it is just a small amount. But still, we are still thankful for whatever amount that we're going to receive for this month. Before, whenever my husband tell me that he's not going to receive a commission income, or if it's only a small amount, it usually stresses me out. But for this year, I just accept it, and I still worry. It still worries me, but I know that we will work things out. So yeah. Okay guys, so as always, I like to start with our variable expenses and unstuffing any money left in our binder. And any leftover money will either go to our saving challenges or petty cash fund. So let's see, for food we still have 100 pesos. So let me just put this to the side, and later we'll put this in our leftover envelope. And then Wilkins is always empty. And then for food delivery, we still have 120 pesos. So this will also go into our leftover envelope. And then miscellaneous is empty. Okay, so now that we have emptied our envelope, it's time to stuff them for this budget period. So let me just flip back to food, and food is getting 1,600. So let me just get two 500 peso bill and six 100 peso bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let me just double check this, guys. 500, 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So this is correct. And our food budget is mainly for our weekly supply of meat, vegetables, and eggs. And any other food items that we need for the month are included in our monthly grocery, as well as our household and personal items. And we use credit card for our monthly grocery and pay that in full once it becomes due. And also, I like to divide our food budget on a weekly basis. So for this week, it's getting 800 pesos. And for the following week, it will also get the remaining 800 pesos. So let me just put this 800 pesos in our food envelope. And the remaining goes into our holding binder. So this is for the following week. Okay, so food is done. Let me just put this aside. Next up is Wilkins, and Wilkins is getting the usual 500 pesos, and Wilkins is for our drinking water. Next is food delivery, and food delivery is also getting the usual 500 pesos for this budget period. Okay, so food delivery is done. Next up is miscellaneous, and miscellaneous is getting 400 pesos. So let's get 100 peso bill. 1, 2, 3, 4. So miscellaneous is getting 400 pesos, and miscellaneous is for any expenses that are not included in the first three categories, or if we run out of our food budget for the week, then we will dip into our miscellaneous envelope. So that's it for this binder. Now on to our revolving fund. Okay, so for our revolving fund, I usually start with gas, but since I don't have hundreds, we'll start with family trip. Family trip is getting 100 pesos. So let's get this 500 pesos and put back 400 peso bill. 1, 2, 3, 4. So family trip now has 500, 600, 750, 800. So we have 800 pesos in family trip. And family trip is to cover our expenses whenever we travel to the province to visit my mom. So family trip is done. Now let's go back to gas. Gas is getting 100 pesos. So gas now has, gas is our LPG or cooking gas. So we have 500, 620. So gas is done. Next up is vitamins, and vitamins is also getting 100 pesos. Vitamins now has 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 800 pesos now in vitamins. Okay, so that is all we are going to be stopping for this binder. Week 5, we are skipping week 5 because this is still fully funded at 1,000 pesos, and we only stop PCF using our leftover money for miscellaneous. Since we don't have any leftover from miscellaneous envelope, we are not going to stop PCF. So this binder is done. Now on to our savings binder. Okay, now for our savings binder, I made some changes in the amount that I usually put in our savings fund. So starting this budget period, we are going to be increasing the amount that we put in our emergency fund to help us reach our goal faster, thus decreasing the amounts that we usually put or allocate to other funds or savings that we have in this binder. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense, guys. Okay, so for personal savings, instead of the usual 300 pesos that we put in, we are now going to put in 200 pesos for this. So let me just get this 200 peso bill. And we are not going to count this, guys. And I still have to do the savings update video, guys. So we will count this when I do that update video. So we just add this in and put this back. Okay, so we are done with our personal savings. Next up is emergency fund, and emergency fund is now getting 500 pesos instead of the usual 300 pesos. So let me just check, guys, if we have smaller bills. Okay, so I can get this 1,000 peso bill and put back 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we will just add this in, and we will count this once we do our savings update video. So yeah, and emergency fund is done. Next up is debt fund, and debt fund is now getting 200 pesos instead of the usual 300 pesos. So like the first two savings that we have, we will just add this in, and we will count this once we do our savings update video. So we are done with that fund. Next up is calamity fund, and calamity fund is getting 200 pesos. Oh no, 100 pesos. Okay, so we will just add this in. Okay, and that's it for our savings binder. We just put this to the side and get our holding binder. So for our holding binder, we have savings challenges, and this is getting 500 pesos. So I usually budget 500 pesos for our savings challenges, and the rest of money that we have here are from our other income or investment income and leftover money. So we'll just add this 500 pesos. So this is done. Next up is this leftover from food and food delivery, which is 220 pesos. So since it's already this is for March and it's already April, we will take out all our leftover from March and put that into our savings challenges. So we will add this. And let's count, guys, how much leftover we have from March from our food and food delivery envelope only. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80. So we have 1,280 that we will add into our savings challenges. So this is for, we will allocate this for this month of April. So let me just add this in. Okay, so let me just put this back. And we will allocate this once we do our savings challenges video. And then this last 200 pesos will go into our sinking fund. So we'll just put this here in our holding binder and let this accumulate, and at the end of the month, we will do the breakdown and allocate this in our sinking fund binders or envelope. So yeah, so that's it for today's video, guys. So if you reached this part of the video, guys, thank you so much, guys, and I appreciate you. I am so really grateful to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and spending your time with me. Keep safe, everyone. God bless everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.